Alright, for this next story, we gotta put on some background noise. Ah, that's better, isn't it? Paramount Plus has released a new video on YouTube that might make you longtime Star Trek fans happy, as they have a new ambient noise video. Whenever you watch an episode of Star Trek, really from any era, there's always background noise to some degree, as the people you're watching are mostly working or living in space aboard either a starship or a space station. The white noise that has been refined over the years is designed to represent what it's like being on a vessel of any kind that's constantly running power to not just keep you alive in space, but to keep all of the equipment functioning too. And over the years, for many fans of the franchise, that noise has almost become its own character in the show, and is a reminder of what it feels like zooming through space with the people you've watched for hours on end. For many, it's a pretty comforting sound. Well, now Paramount Plus is bringing that comfort to you in an official video, as they have created a new ambient noise video for Star Trek: The Next Generation. Specifically, the warp core and engineering of the Enterprise D, which you would often hear whenever Geordi LaForge and Data were hard at work on some new problem that might destroy everything if they didn't figure it out. The concept isn't new. In fact, if you do a search on YouTube right now, you'll find hundreds of videos depicting the same thing from pretty much every area you can imagine aboard multiple ships and space stations throughout every series, film, and video game. But the one small factor that separates this from the rest is that this is official audio, not taken from any episode, completely clean from the production side. The only downside is that it's just over 3 hours, as opposed to many other ambient videos where you get 10 to 12 hours. But hey, at least it's official and here for you to work with, or maybe sleep to? Oh, it's about time. Although they claim to make cleaning easier, robot vacuums often require a lot of attention and care, kind of like a toddler. The Ascender wants to change that, and its creators are claiming it's the first robot vac that can both climb and clean stairs, an obstacle that usually is a death trap for most autonomous cleaners. The earliest RoboVacs didn't quite deliver on the promise of eliminating the chore of vacuuming. They'd randomly crisscross a room and bounce off walls with limited battery life and even less suction power. But they vastly improved over the years, and now not only intelligently navigate the rooms of a house while avoiding all obstacles, but they can also autonomously find their way back to a charging base when their battery gets low, empty their own dirt bins, and some models even mop as well. The one thing RoboVacs have never been able to do, though, is navigate between multiple floors of a house, or more specifically, get from one floor to another without a catastrophic fall down a flight of stairs. Many RoboVacs have been completely destroyed this way, even with added intelligence and edge detection that's supposed to keep them safe. This is exactly the reason the Ascender is out in the world. It's from a company called Mego Robotics, which claims to have a team with outstanding experts from Google, Boston Dynamics, Dyson, and Ecovacs working to drive innovation in the industry. It's a RoboVac that can both suck up dirt and mop floors, but that's not what makes it noteworthy. When it rolls up to a set of stairs, the Ascender doesn't change direction. Instead, it uses a pair of what looks like articulated legs to hoist the body of the robot up onto the step, before lifting up those two legs and transforming back into what looks like more or less the run-of-the-mill RoboVac. The robot is then able to clean the step using omnidirectional wheels that allow it to maneuver from side to side without having to turn. This process then presumably happens over and over again until the robot reaches the next floor. A similar process, but in reverse, would presumably allow it to descend stairs too. The MiGo Robotics website doesn't include a lot of details on the Ascender's capabilities, but it will apparently rely on LiDAR scanners to map the rooms in a home in order to keep track of where it's cleaned, plan the most efficient routes to a requested area that needs cleaning, and allow users to set up areas to avoid using a companion mobile app. Specifics on battery life or runtime aren't provided other than a claim that the Ascender can clean 5,000 square feet of floors, but I'm guessing it will probably be much less after a stair climb or two. The Ascender isn't available quite yet, but MiGo Robotics website is encouraging interested parties to make a $5 deposit to a crowdfunding campaign, which will allow them to later purchase the RoboVac for $9.99. That's about $400 less than the expected MSRP. Delivery is expected as early as August, but the promotional video as well as images of the Ascender on the website all appear to be renders. Backing a crowdfunded product is always risky, and while backers aren't being asked to front the entire cost of the robot, it might be a good idea to hold on to that $5 until we at least see a real video of the Ascender in action and know for sure it can actually climb and ascend stairs without putting a $1,000 robot at risk. The San Francisco-based startup Lightship aims to electrify the recreational vehicle segment just like Tesla did with passenger vehicles. Lightship recently unveiled its first product, the L1. It's a travel trailer with its own electric powertrain. The company consists of former staff from several EV companies, including Tesla. Like Airstream's electric trailer concept shown last year, the L1 self-propulsion system means that it's almost zero energy from the vehicle towing it, according to Lightship. In other words, an electric truck with a 300-mile range should still be able to cover 300 miles while towing the L1, assuming both vehicles are fully charged, that is. The L1 will also save fuel for a gas and diesel truck, too. When the trailer has reached its destination, the L1's battery, which can be as large as 80 kilowatt hours, can power multiple appliances without the need for a generator. An array of solar panels also lines the roof of the L1, which in the right weather conditions can deliver up to 3 kilowatts of charging. The trailer measures 27 feet in length and can sleep up to 6, depending on the configuration. It sits 6 feet 9 inches tall or 10 feet tall when in camp mode. The gross vehicle weight is 7,500 pounds when fully loaded. This thing is awesome. The L1 is slated to enter production in late 2024. Lightship is accepting reservations and said pricing will start, you ready for this, at $125,000. The company will present the vehicle at the annual South by Southwest Festival, which kicks off on March 10th in Austin, Texas. Oh, you know me, I am a Trekkie through and through, and the final trailer for Star Trek Strange New Worlds has arrived, and it certainly looks like it offers an exciting season of classic sci-fi ahead. There's a simple reason why this is currently the best entry in the new Trek, because so far at least, it's not drowning in nostalgia at the expense of preventing any new ideas from getting noticed. That said, the showrunners here have to be mindful of how much they use legacy characters like James Kirk, but we'll see how that unfolds over the next 10 episodes. We also get our first glimpse of Ensign Beckett Mariner and Ensign Brad Boimler from Star Trek Lower Decks in the crossover that's been teased for some time. Just a note, they have the first season airing for free right now on YouTube if you want to check it out. The second season airs on Paramount Plus on Thursday, June 15th.
You gonna start the engine sometime soon, Erica?
Don't worry, I did this 100 times during the war. 'Cause 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 bike.
I sense a tension, a feeling that something's in the air.
Oh my God.
Our job puts us up against death. And we might not like it, but we do have to face it.
Hold on to your saddles.
We are explorers. It's easy to forget how awesome that is.
That's the mission. It's what we love most.
I have this crazy theory.
I love a crazy theory.
What does this mean?
I don't know. Shut up.
Do you know the odds of all of us being here at this time? It's improbable, and yet here we are, together.
Surprise!
Live long and prosper, Mr. Boimler.
You also live and